Narendra Modi has carried out a surgical strike in Kashmir, completely destroying the idea of Islamic Ummah, which sowed the seeds of separatism in Kashmir and which sustains separatism in Kashmir even now. In a statement issued jointly with India, Taliban, the most powerful fundamentalist Islamic group in the world, has publicly denounced separatism in Kashmir in unambiguous terms. They accepted the sovereignty of India over Kashmir. They approved the idea of integrity of India. Moreover, they have also denounced Pahalgam terror attack in which 28 innocent people were killed. Now Pakistan will have to rework their strategies in Kashmir. The United States, which cowardly supported separatism in Kashmir, will also have to rework their strategies. In one stroke, India has turned the tables. Now, the same group, Afghanis, who invaded a part of Kashmir when India got freedom, has now changed their opinion. They have recanted. This is a very interesting political development in South Asia, and its implications are going to be far reaching. This is going to be remembered in the future also whenever Kashmir issue is mentioned in any international venue. So I think we need to go deep into the whole issue and analyze the emerging situation. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. Let me start with the latest development. Taliban Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi is currently in India on a week visit, and he has issued a very important statement. In a joint declaration with New Delhi, Taliban unambiguously accepted or asserted the sovereignty of India in Kashmir. That's a historic change in position for Afghanistan. We need to remember that just after India got freedom, a band of tribal warriors from Afghanistan invaded Kashmir. At that point, Kashmir was not part of India. It was ruled by Hari Singh, a king, and he was about to sign an instrument of accession with India. Now, it was at that time that quickly Pakistan seized the opportunity and captured a part of Kashmir. Pakistan used a proxy, that was Afghan warriors. It is a comeuppance that the same group which carried out an attack on behalf of Pakistan has now recanted. They have completely changed their position. Now they accept that Kashmir is part of India. And moreover, this is a death blow to idea of Islamic Ummah in Kashmir separatism. Earlier, there was a secular pretext for Kashmir protests or Kashmir separatism. Then many seculars in India, left groups in India, used to say that separatism in Kashmir is fueled by Kashmiriyat, an idea that Kashmiris are all together. They are all the same. Kashmiri culture is different from India. Such arguments were floated. They created such a facade. But at a single stroke, that has been destroyed. In fact, Kashmiri separatists themselves had disowned, this idea of Kashmiriyat. After 2010, they started calling this Kashmir protests or separatism or terrorism in Kashmir as jihad. They spoke openly about Islamic Ummah. They spoke about protecting Islamic beliefs and traditions in Kashmir. So they themselves had actually discarded the whole idea of Kashmiriyat. And it was the idea of a Khilafat or a pan-Islamic movement that drove the idea of separatism. It actually fueled terrorism in Kashmir. Earlier, there was a school of thought in India that if Taliban comes to power, Taliban returns to power in Afghanistan, they will be sending mercenaries to Kashmir to fight against Indian army. All those, conspiracy theories were spread by Pakistan's based Islamist groups and those who Indian terrorist groups who are funded by Pakistan. But all those ideas have been, disbanded, demolished by the single statement of Taliban. Now it has become very clear that it's not in the idea of Islamic Ummah that drives separatism or terrorism in Kashmir. Actually, it is a vested interest of Pakistan, which is supported by the vested interest groups in the United States, which wants to contain India. That groups actually fuel terrorism in Kashmir. Terrorism in Kashmir has no other base. It is foreign funded, it is foreign aided, the terrorists are trained by foreign groups. They just want to destabilize India. There is nothing more than that. So Taliban has exposed the wider conspiracy behind uprisings in Kashmir. Now Pakistan will have to find a new way. You see, Afghans are not involved in this issue anymore. Actually, Pakistan had misused them. No more they are interested in such activities. They will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India. As I said earlier, there was a theory that if Taliban comes to power in Afghanistan, they would join terror groups in Kashmir. But after Taliban came to power in Afghanistan in 2021 to be precise, they have not joined terrorism, they have not supported separatism in Kashmir, not even once. But still, there were doubts about that. They were covertly supporting terror groups in Kashmir. Now, all such doubts have been put to an end by the single statement of Taliban minister. Now, actually, if you look, Modi's surgical strike doesn't end there. If you look at what was happening in Pakistan occupied Kashmir and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province in Pakistan during the last couple of months, you'd find that there were huge uprisings in both those areas. Actually, Pakistan government had to concede all the demands raised by protesters in Pak occupied Kashmir. Now there is an open war between Taliban and Pakistan military in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in the border areas. So the whole idea of Islamic Ummah, where is Islamic Ummah? Pakistan recently signed a defense agreement with Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia said they are going to defend Pakistan in case of an attack on Pakistan. Now Taliban has attacked Pakistan. Where is Saudi Arabia? Will they come to defend Pakistan? Will the Saudi army be able to raise even a little finger against the Taliban? Absolutely not. The weather beaten, the old war horses of Taliban will completely destroy any foreign army who dares to fight them for Pakistan. Now you look at the emerging situation. Prime Minister Modi's surgical strike is not just confined to Kashmir. It has got larger implications. The whole concept of destabilizing India by containing India by throwing out Sheikh Hasina regime in Bangladesh, by creating trouble in Kashmir, and Pakistan by directly attacking India, all those ideas have become unsustainable. Now, opponents of India needs to realize this. There has been another outcome also of the extraordinary friendship now Donald Trump is showing towards Kashmir. This has actually created doubts in extremist groups or fundamentalist Islamic groups. They view this with suspicion. This is actually one of the reasons why Taliban immediately accepted India's hand of friendship. So they have realized that the real motives of the United States is not to help Afghanistan, not to help Islamic groups. They have realized that actually the US wants Bagram base in Afghanistan. So all those ulterior motives have been exposed. Now that is why I termed the latest friendship move between India and Taliban a surgical strike. It is, like a MRVI missile. It has got several other warheads. So it has destroyed all enemies of India with one single missile. So I will be back with updates in the coming days, more about the implications of this surgical strike. Meet you again with updates. Till then, goodbye.